Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to solo Cobran in the Wailing Caverns to get the Leggings of the Fang, part of the Druid of the Fang tier set from the Wailing Caverns. I don't know why I had to say the dungeon name twice, but for the effect I did it. The reason why these legs are so important is because they way outscale any other alternative leg slot for druids and potentially rogues and hunters. I assume also want it, but I'm not entirely sure. And I assume warriors have some sort of plate, mail, but maybe not. Enhancement shamans might want this as well. The reason it's so good is because its stats are so high. So I'm rocking some random greens, but you can see it has 5 agility, 4 intellect, which is, pretty decent numbers wise, but the stats aren't perfectly what I want. I like the agility. I like the agility because, it helps. This 5 agility, if you notice, actually is, if we go from 7% to 6.5, so this is 0.5% of crit right here, so it's pretty good. The intellect I'll take because I power shift, but I don't really need it. But the Leggings of the Fang have 9 agility, so that's almost another 0.5% of crit, plus it has 5 strength and 4 stamina, so it's really good when you're just trying to do physical damage a lot. And at these lower levels, I feel like that's where it's at, Mangle is doing a lot, but auto attacks are doing a crap ton. And, you want your Mangles to crit, you want everything to crit and just do borderline high damage. So that's why the Legging of the Fang set is really cool. I'm showing this beginning part just in case somebody doesn't know how to get to them. But essentially you come in the instance, and you go down and to the left, and then you go all the way to the back as I'm showing here. The runes I'm using, by the way, are Wild Strikes, so I can get the Wind Fury action, extra attacks, Savage Roar, so I do 30% more damage if I keep it up, at least I will be in the beginning of the fight, and Mangle, because I like it. Some people have been messing with Sunfire, we'll have to see how that comes out, but I'm still just doing the tried and tested Mangle. Because I'm going to be swapping maybe Cat to Bear at the end, because he turns into, one of the snakes. And he starts beating me down with physical damage. In the beginning, you can usually just out-heal him with Hots, because he'll cast a Lightning Bolt, but the Lightning Bolt doesn't do very much. But towards the end, he'll be doing physical damage, and the 160, 180% from Bear form, and the additional health. We don't really get additional health, but if you still have a hot running... Okay, what's up with these snakes, man? You'll notice I'm a bit slow because I am Omen and Führer build for super single raid boss attacks. But if you want to farm this, you really should get Feline Swiftness, because your respec cost will probably be saved by how much time it takes to refarm this. If I look here at Wowhead without running into these mobs, it looks like the drop rate is about 18%, which isn't that bad, right? But, you could be in here a lot of times, potentially. And the 50 silver isn't really going to add up that much. You find a blue and you sell that for a few gold, you've already made that back super fast. An idea I had with this is you could sell runs to people and see how it goes. Unless they change the loot to make it like it is in Season of Mastery. In normal Classic, when you loot something in a dungeon, anybody can get it. But in SOM, they made it so you had to tag the mob. And it really cut down tribute runs. So I'm going to kill the snake first, because I'm going to be healing. And I want... Why was there only 2 snakes, by the way? I'm going to be throwing Hots on myself, and I really just want no knockbacks from the snakes. I thought there was always 3 snakes, but maybe that's not true. And I'm not actually going to be power shifting at all, because I want to save my mana in case I need more heals. When he goes physical, it actually is a significant amount of damage. So I'm just going to prepare with a Hot here, and then I'll go Bear form. There he goes. And I'll just bash him for the lulz. I'll throw a Demo Roar. Sometimes he can kind of burst you down. I don't know if he has a Thrash or not, but he can just pump out of nowhere. But you can see super easy, right? I had over half health. Nothing was scary. Robe of the Moccasin. It's a classic. You're going to see that a lot, apparently. I already have 2 of them. But you can see no buffs, nothing. Nothing going on. This back is from the raid, but it's basically the same as the one from SFK. It's got 1 more agility. I do have this raid relic for 5 spirits, but I don't think that's really blowing in the budget. Everything else is purely... I mean, most of my things are greens, and they're really not that great. And I have a lot of intellect gear, just because that's what I've picked up. So that's how you solo Cobran, this guy right here. He's the 2nd gem you usually pick up when you run Wailing Caverns. Get some forked tongues. And the piece is really good to get. The 2 set is 7 nature damage. I don't think it's really going to push the floor anywhere. But these pants are really good, and I'm going to be farming them. The runs, as you can see, are super fast. And if you wonder getting out, I like to stealth by these guys. You know, who knows if you have to. But all that walking we did is kind of just eliminated right here. You fall down off the steps, and you're basically at the front part of the dungeon where it splits again. Just watch out. There's a crocodile here that pats to and from. Not the turtle. Let's see, there he is. You just don't want to run into him. Like, obviously, if you could kill the boss, you can kill the crocodile, but I don't like to mess with it. I don't know if you can still do logout resets. Maybe that's a thing. I'm not sure. But this is pretty fast anyway. Say hello to Crash as he goes by. And you just walk out the instance, reset it, come back in. I don't know how long that took, but it was pretty fast for a pretty substantial piece of gear. And you can solo run it, right? So you don't have to lose the roll to anybody else. I'm level 25. You know, I got 3 cat runes that are really good. They're the easy. It seems like cat might be the easiest spec to get runes for. I'm not sure. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck with your loot.